All right, how you guys doing today? We about to get into Acts chapter 18. First things first, don't make sure you like that video, hit a little exit full screen, scroll a bit, like it, and then full screen it back up. You feel me? I don't know if y'all can tell, a bit more stuffy than yesterday. Had to blow my nose a few times today. Very, very annoying. I dislike strongly blowing my nose. And then I had to go do some at the research lab, which meant I had to talk to people, and I'm talking to people, and I'm stuffy, and it just L scenario, just L scenario all around. After this, Paul left Athens and went to Corinth. There he met a Jew named Aquila, a native of Pontus, who had recently come from Italy with his wife Priscilla because Claudius had ordered all Jews to leave Rome. Paul went to see them, and because he was a tent maker, as they were, he stayed and worked with them. Every Sabbath he reasoned in the synagogues, trying to persuade the Jews and the Greeks. When Silas and Timothy came from Macedonia, Paul devoted himself exclusively to teaching, testifying to the Jews that Jesus was the Messiah. But when they opposed Paul and became abusive, he shook out his clothes in protest and said to them, "Your blood be on your own heads. I'm innocent of it. From now on, I will go to the Gentiles." Then Paul left the synagogue and went next door to the house of Tedius Justus, a worshiper of God. Crispus, the synagogue leader, and his entire household believed in the Lord, and many of the Corinthians who heard Paul believed and were baptized. One night the Lord spoke to Paul in a vision. "Do not be afraid. Keep on speaking. Do not be silent, for I am with you, and no one is going to attack and harm you, because I have many people in this city." So Paul stayed in Corinth for a year and a half, teaching them the word of God. While Gallio was proconsul of Asia, the Jews of Corinth made a united attack on Paul and brought him to the place of judgment. "This man," they charged, "is persuading the people to worship God in ways contrary to the law." Just as Paul was about to speak, Gallio said to them, "If you Jews were making a complaint about some misdemeanor or serious crime, it would be reasonable for me to listen to you. But since it involves questions about words and names and your own law, settle the matter yourselves. I will not be a judge of such things." So he drove them off. Then the crowd there turned on Sosthenes, the synagogue leader, and beat him in front of the proconsul, and Gallio showed no concern whatsoever. Paul stayed on in Corinth for some time. Then he left the brothers and sisters and sailed for Syria, accompanied by Priscilla and Aquila. Before he sailed, he had his hair cut off at Cenchrea because of a vow he had taken. They arrived at Ephesus, where Paul left Priscilla and Aquila. He himself went into the synagogue and reasoned with the Jews. When they asked him to spend more time with them, he declined. But as he left, he promised, "I will come back if it is God's will." Then he set sail from Ephesus. Where he landed at Caesarea, he went up to Jerusalem and greeted the church, and then went down to Antioch. After spending some time in Antioch, Paul set out from there and traveled from place to place throughout the region of Galatia and Phrygia, strengthening all the disciples. Meanwhile, a Jew named Apollos, a native of Alexandria, came to Ephesus. He was a learned man with a thorough knowledge of the scriptures. He had been instructed in the way of the Lord, and he spoke with great fervor and taught about Jesus accurately, though he only knew the baptism of John. He began to speak boldly in the synagogue. When Priscilla and Aquila heard him, they invited him into their home and explained to him the way of God more adequately. When Apollos wanted to go to Asia, the brothers and sisters encouraged him and wrote to the disciples there to welcome him. When he arrived, he was a great help to those who by grace had believed. He vigorously refuted his Jewish opponents in public debate, proving from the scriptures that Jesus was the Messiah. Towards the end of this, I started stuttering and stammering a bit more because I started to think about we have an event going on tomorrow where volunteers are supposed to go and help children in discipleship groups at like a sports thingy. So I was gonna go to that, but now I'm thinking, do I want to go there and risk everybody getting sick? Not really. If I feel better tomorrow, I'll go. If not, womp womp. Because even reading this, I'm sitting here like, bro, I don't even want to talk. I just want to lay down and go to sleep. I'm glad it was a short chapter, but I do want to go into the Lord spoke to Paul in a vision. "Do not be afraid, keep on speaking, and do not be silent. I am with you, and no one is going to attack you and harm you, because I have many people in this city." He tells us, do not be afraid, keep going and speaking, because nothing bad is going to happen if you do it in Jesus' name. What bad can come to you? If you get tortured for God, blessed be you. He tells us that. If you get prosecuted for his name, you're blessed. So if you keep preaching, whatever bad happens, you're blessed because it's bad happening. And blessed because it's good. If it's good, you're blessed because you're making disciples. If it's bad, you're blessed because you know what you're doing is the right thing. Plus, I went to the gym today. I went to the gym. I was almost late for my research assistantship because my friend was late to getting to the gym by 30 minutes. So by the time I got home, I ate, and as I was about to go take a shower, I see the missed call literally 2 minutes before the family is supposed to show up, and I say, Give me 1 second, I'll be right there. I run over. It takes about 7 minutes to just run over there. I get there. I call the guy, and he declines the call. So I'm thinking, oh crap, something bad happened. And then I see him walk in, and I'm like, no, I'm actually okay. So we do the thing, and it went well. But I walked to the gym, walked back, ran over there, walked back, and went to the gym today. And that was not no light gym session. It was not no light gym session. Big shoulders. Man, I'm just tired. Not tired, I'm fatigued. I'm fatigued. My brain is fine. My body is just, especially because I'm sick, it's not good. I need to make my tea. That's what I need. I drank so much tea, I think, yesterday. At least 4 cups, I believe. At least 4. We're gonna pray that we get over this sickness quickly, because, yeesh. Nonetheless, keep reading your word, boys. All right, that's going to be the end of the chapter. I hope you guys have yourselves a fantastic rest of your day. Peace.